Hello, my name is Prashanti. I've been studying herbs for well over about 20 years, since the late 80s actually, mostly in the context of yoga, Ayurveda, and meditation practices. So today's journal is about herbs that are suitable, or the best herbs for meditation. Just what are the best herbs for meditation? If you look at the great, epic, gorgeous meditation masters, they all were, they tended to be really great herbalists. And they knew which herbs to take, not just to bring in a lot of prana, but to make their bodies really strong and to make their minds sharp and clear. Unfortunately, a lot of these herbs that they use are going extinct, so until we can get reliable sources for them, we won't mention them. But basically, they were the cognitive adaptogens, are the ones typically the best for meditation. And the cognitive adaptogens that are readily available today include Tulsi, Brahmi, and Shanpushpi. So basically, my teacher, the way he would say it, is any meditation that starts and stops isn't really meditation. It's more concentration. And indeed, a lot of the practices that people call meditation are just tools that help you sharpen your ability to inwardly focus. And so if the meditation is that which never stops and starts, it clearly means that it's much more of an inner state. So regarding that inner state, one of the best ways to promote that is called sattva. If your mind, and I'll describe sattva in terms of its three gunas they're called. If your mind is all agitated, and that's rajas. If your mind is dull and thick and lethargic and not moving, that's tamas. But if your mind is clear and balanced, then that's sattva. So the number one, yeah, there are a bunch of great herbs for meditation, but basically the key to them is that they're cognitive adaptogens and very sattvic. They induce sattva in the mind. So sattvic. These herbs, Tulsi, Brahmi, and Shanpushpi, they're great for meditation because they're cognitive adaptogens, but also they invoke sattva. However, if they're grown in a way that exploits people, if they're processed in really harsh methods, if they're sold to you with just profits in mind, that sattva quality is attenuated in them. So you want to get these herbs that are grown organically and biodynamically and with fair trade. You want sattvic all the way. Then that herb will really be sattvic for you. The converse is true as well. If I would never recommend coffee or caffeine necessarily as a meditation herb. All these different herbs that have caffeine. However, there was a time when I was living in India with some lamas and some Tibetan lamas and monks, and the way that they made their yak butter tea with such consciousness, such devotion, such love for each other. It was this tea was like nectar, and it invokes so much sattva that indeed it was really great for meditation. It was a beautiful thing. So how is the best way to take these herbs? Well, the best way is make sure you're driving down a windy road and make sure your cell phone is in your shoulder like that, and you have your jar of herbs here, and then you have a latte here, and then you're just trying to take it, and you're driving with your knees, by the way. No, this isn't the best way to take your herbs. The best way to take your meditation herbs, a way that you can make a meditation herb out of practically anything, is meditatively, consciously. Put really pure, clear intention and awareness into it. I wouldn't, you can take capsules for sure, but a great way to take these is in a warm, juicy, delicious milk, like almond milk. Another way to do this is a great way to take some of these herbs is with Tulsi, like Tulsi tea. It totally lends itself to a tea. But don't take it necessarily in a glass. A glass triggers, okay, this is hydration. Take it in a bowl. Take your herbs, make them into a tea, or take the capsules, and then have some Tulsi tea in a bowl. And then just with centeredness, make it a little ritual, and drink it with two hands, like you're offering it. It's an offering to yourself. Now let's talk about these two herbs. Tulsi. If there's one word that I'd have to use to if I had only one word to use to describe Tulsi, it would either be balance or light. Tulsi has such a great affinity for light. At a high frequency, light is like light, and it's like our awareness. So it has an affinity for purifying and and and, and promoting this deep, brilliant, light-filled awareness. At a lower level, light is digestion, is fire. And so Tulsi also helps with that and just helps our metabolism be stable enough so that we can meditate. So Tulsi is one of them. Brahmi is another great one. Brahmi, which literally means like this being that brings you into your creative essence. This is what Brahmi means. And if I had one word to describe that, it would be clarity. Um, you know, whether you're talking about helping with clear skin or helping with to make sure your veins are clear or that your mind is clear, Brahmi is one of the all-time best herbs. It also helps the pineal, it helps the pituitary, it helps all these inner glands. A lot of these cognitive adaptogens are actually, their actions are mediated through the endocrine glands, which controls so much. This is why they're great. So Tulsi, light, Brahmi, clarity. These are a great combination. So I would really recommend using Tulsi Brahmi tea for this. So as my teacher Sri H.W.L. Punja does say, look within, approach with all devotion, stay is heart. Thank you. Fairly well.